They ruled not through love, but through silence. For 10,000 years, the golden lions of Corrino sat upon the lion throne. Their banners stretched across the stars, their name whispered like a prayer and a threat. But every dynasty believes itself eternal. Every ruler imagines that fear can hold what wisdom once built. And so the Imperium decayed, not in the chaos of rebellion, but in the stillness of obedience. The Corrinos mastered the art of survival by turning empire into theater and loyalty into performance. But behind the gold, behind the ceremony, something hollow began to grow. Because when power becomes ritual, it forgets its purpose. And from that forgetting comes the trap. Every empire tells itself a story of divine right, of chosen blood, of order ordained by heaven. For the Corrinos, that story began with conquest, but it endured through belief. They were the keepers of balance, the stewards of peace after the long shadow of the Butlerian Jihad. Their throne on Kaitain was not merely political, it was sacred. The Padishah Emperor was seen as the living center of civilization, a single will binding 1,000 feuding worlds. But history hides its warnings in the language of glory. For in preserving their dominion, the Corrinos built a machine of fear, a system so vast and ceremonial that it forgot the pulse of the people it ruled. To rule the Imperium was to master illusion, to make the powerful believe they were loyal, and the oppressed believe they were safe. But how long can fear masquerade as faith? And what happens when the illusion itself begins to crumble? The story of House Corrino begins not in triumph, but in aftermath. When the fires of the Butlerian Jihad finally dimmed, the universe was broken. Humanity had shattered its own chains, destroying the thinking machines that once ruled it. But what rose in the silence that followed was something just as perilous, the hunger for order. Out of this void stepped the Corrino dynasty, a house forged in the crucible of survival. Their founder, Viceroy Faken Butler, descendant of the Jihad's holy warriors, renamed his line Corrino to sever the past, to cleanse the bloodline of fanaticism and fire. He crowned himself emperor of the known universe, not as a conqueror, but as a stabilizer, the guardian of humanity's fragile new order. Yet beneath the sanctity of his title lay a truth as old as empire itself. He who restores peace inherits power. And from that inheritance, tyranny was born. In the ashes of rebellion, the first kings are always called saviors.